Good morning. Welcome to another episode of Morning Java, brought to you by Road Hog.
Road Hog
Road
sandwiches
Hog.
right here at Get Go Cafe and Market. Get your barbecue ribs on a bun, in a sandwich, in your stomach. It's great. It's summer. It's time to eat the barbecue ribs.
Road Hog.
Road Hogs. What's up, Dayon? How you doing, my
It's
man?
15 days till Latrobe.
15 days.
That's
Hot
exciting.
days at St. Vincent. Can't
No,
wait.
no, no. You know, everyone always says, "Oh, I'm excited about training camp this year," or they count.
You know who
down,
actually
whatever.
is, though?
But this actually, no, but you are all the time. You don't even count. This is, I think, an actual legitimately fascinating camp.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
For a bunch of reasons. I can't wait to see, for example, the offense and the way it comes together. I mean, we'll get into the other stuff here in a minute, but you know, the obvious Devin Bush, the individual players, draft picks, or whatever. But just to watch this offense play out week after week after week, to try to decipher what's real, who's to be taken seriously, and who are just the nobodies that only Carter pays attention to and goes, Carter finds 87B on the roster and goes, I'm telling you,
that guy's
Dale,
it.
that guy, Dale, this guy, you got to be writing about him. And it's like, no, Carter, he's nobody. He's going to get cut in a week.
Hey, I know who's getting cut. I'm just the guy to let you guys know. I told y'all Oladini was going to be a bad man, and look who's still on the roster this year.
He still hasn't played.
Played a couple snaps.
Yeah, I know, but it's exciting though, the
Oh, yeah.
offense, isn't
Yeah.
it? Just to see
Super.
how it plays out.
And especially because everyone's been talking about it. They can't survive without Antonio Brown. They can't survive without Le'Veon Bell. And now you're going to see all those guys. They've been hearing all this noise and hearing all this talk. Now it's time for it to be put together. And I think you're going to see Ben Roethlisberger a little bit more in that leadership role, saying this is my offense.
Even more.
It's
not like he wasn't in
No,
the
no,
leadership
but you
role.
know what I
He's just not going to have clowns out there
Exactly,
showing
guys,
him up.
and
That's the difference.
Like how last year they had to send Antonio Brown home because he was just a distraction when he wasn't practicing. Because everywhere he went, all the fans were losing their minds.
I think they sent him home. I think he just...
Oh, you think he just dipped? Okay, that's fair. But my
Same
point,
difference,
But
though.
my
Yeah.
point is there's no guy coming on a helicopter this year. Although I think it'd be hilarious if Roethlisberger did come on a
I
helicopter.
want Vince Williams on a moped. Vince, you've been warned. Vince on a moped.
That would be great.
But the guy that stands out for me, actually, no. We're going to save this for you.
All right.
One receiver, not named Juju, is going to have to become Ben's favorite.
Ooh, okay, I see what you're saying.
You know that's true.
Yeah.
Okay? And Ben doesn't hide these things. Okay? When Ben started hitting it off with Eli Rogers a couple of years ago, you didn't have to go, gee, who's Ben starting to favor right now? Because you just see it. Okay? He starts locking in on him. He starts feeding him the ball. When he starts liking Vance McDonald, and he's letting Vance know, you're going to be my guy. You're going to be my star. He starts hitting him. He starts feeding him.
I got two guys.
Oh, no. See what he does right away?
Dang it!
He's going to point out the 87B.
No,
somebody
listen,
else.
two of the top guys.
There's no two.
Dante,
I want one guy. One guy.
If I had to pick one guy, it's James Washington because I think this guy is ready. I think that
what?
Because he's ready to take over in the offense because he is a hardworking guy. This guy has been waiting for his shot. He finally started to connect with Roethlisberger in this mini camp and OTAs, and I think that is going to go a long way. And the stuff that I saw him do at the end of last season, when you saw him finally start to click with Roethlisberger,
but
more than a little bit. He was beating Stephon Gilmore, an all-pro cornerback.
He was
in
downfield, and I guess the concern that I have here is that when Ben tends to become the most comfortable with a receiver, and this is with all due respect to Ben's ability to throw downfield, is it's guys that are coming over the middle and that he knows I've got a third down guy that I can nail. And again, I'm including tight ends on this because nobody really stands out in this regard quite like Hines Ward, Heath Miller, and then AB.
And then AB, yeah.
And even Juju has caught, as you've written about extensively for Classroom, most of his stuff has been
over the middle, coming up, saving the day.
Somehow. So that's why I would throw James Washington in a different, until he shows me that, and he hasn't.
He's got some combat catchability, man. I think that's what's going to
middle of the field.
Yes.
And that's why the concerns that I've had for my guy, Dante Moncrief.
Okay.
And I grilled Dante on this. This wasn't in minicamp. It was in OTAs to the point where I could tell he started getting a little bit annoyed by it. Because look, how's he been labeled?
Speedster.
And which direction did you just point? Deep. So what's he doing that makes you think that he's going to come this way and get the football?
Yeah.
Now, Ben was adamant, and I brought it up with Ben too.
Yep,
he was adamant that he can do that as well. I want to see that.
Yeah.
Okay. I also want to see Deontay Johnson do it. And you want to know what else? I want to see Deontay Johnson do it better than Moncrief.
Oh, absolutely.
Because if you do that, then you free up Moncrief
so he can
do
just
that.
Run his deep routes. Deontay Johnson's freaky over the middle with the way that he was able to make people miss in college. I want to see how he does that.
Do it.
I want to see how he does that over the middle. But here's the thing, and this is why I said James Washington over Moncrief. Just studying Moncrief, and I know that he had Blake Bortles, and I know that he had a year without Andrew Luck with the Colts and everything. But still, when there were times,
you don't like the drops.
Yeah, there were drops. There were tough. There were times where he had a chance to go up and make a tough play.
Yeah.
But players like Steven Nelson, the cornerback that they got from the Chiefs, were swatting it down or at least distracting him enough. And that's the one thing I think will work against Moncrief unless he says, I'm upgrading everything this year.
So these aren't DHB type drops.
No, these aren't. No.
Okay, these are lack of combat drops or lack of arm wrist securing the football drops. As opposed to, again, DHB is like the guy who's
staring at it.
He's watching it from 50 yards coming
Please,
down.
come on. Come on.
Oh,
I tried it again.
Oh.
No, not DHB Calby. These are like, say you're in a jump ball situation and a guy goes up with you and you lose focus for just a half a second and it misses your hand.
That's what you're talking about.
That's what I'm saying, and that's what James Washington has been getting a lot better at, and that's why I think he's going to be the
strength
guy. Yeah, exactly.
Now, from the defensive standpoint, we could get into a similar conversation, or we could have a lot more fun and just get into the one thing that everybody really cares about the most.
Backs on backers.
And Latrobe, and that's backs on backers.
That's it.
And it's fun. The first thing I have to say about backs on backers, actually two quick things. One is really ought to be abolished, okay? It's fun to watch, okay? But in this era of CTE and concussions, there's really just no need for the thing.
I disagree. I think it puts hair on your chest.
Hair on chest, whatever else. Two is this is going to be the one thing that's going to be the most different about not having Joey Porter around.
Yep.
I mean, Porter wanted
every time
was not just talking. I mean, he wanted to get in there and slam the running backs himself. And then after one of the linebackers would take out a running back, he was standing over the running back.
Letting them know.
You want to talk about divisive? Never mind. Okay, Joey Porter, another issue.
Yeah.
Who's your backs on backers star? Not to mention not having James Harrison.
Right. No, James Harrison.
James Harrison would actually just stand there in backs on backers and win his doll.
Yeah, and people would just be like, "You won.
Yeah. No, he won. I'm good.
All right, so my guy, because I'm not going to say the obvious guys. I'm going to go with a guy that people haven't talked enough about. It's Ola Adini.
Even though you just mentioned him.
Yeah, but not everyone's going to be thinking, oh, I'm going to watch 92 in this drill. Because everyone's going to be looking at Devin Bush.
Speaking of 92, by the way.
Exactly. And Ola Adini, he has very violent hands when he approaches people in drills.
What good does that do you in backs on backers?
Because it's how you cut people off. It's how you establish leverage when he's approaching you, and it's all about getting that leverage. It's why T.J. Watt couldn't beat Xavier Grimble in his backs on backers drill.
Well, other than the fact that Xavier Grimble could eat T.J. Watt for breakfast.
Well, but the thing was he didn't have any moves to counter what Grimble was doing. Okay. Now in the drills, and that was his rookie year. Now in the drills, he eats Grimble's lunch, breakfast, and dinner. But Ola Adini, when in those drills, when you're going up against guys and you're trying to win a spot, he has the hands and the moves already, it seems, very well adjusted to give him a shot to win those moments. That's the guy I want to see. How does he improve upon the skills that he already showed? Is he more explosive? What's he done this offseason?
I'm going for obvious.
Give me your obvious one.
I'm going the full Vince experience.
Oh, snap.
Vince shows up on a moped.
And it just gets off.
Vince does interviews.
Okay.
While holding on to his moped.
While the moped's still there. Does he have a helmet on?
Moped's still running. He doesn't need a helmet.
Just questions.
Are you kidding me? He doesn't even need a helmet when he goes out on the backs on backers. Vince, people have to understand, and I know he takes some heat you know, because he talks an awful lot because he is Vince and everything else. He's also beautiful in that sense. When he takes the field in Latrobe, whether it's backs on backers or whatever, he is finishing every body with which he can make contact, including, I might add, somewhat unpolitically, he will level people in drills that aren't even contact drills.
He loves the contact.
And he will stand, and it'll be like one of your 87B guys, right?
And just let him know.
Like dude just showed up from a slippery rock, right? And and he's lying on his back. And what's he gonna do? Go tell Keith Butler or Mike Tomlin,
hey man,
hey, no fair. What are they gonna go like?
Vince is the master at that drill. That's a very good obvious pick. I think he's always fun to watch.
He's good at the drill. I don't know if he's a master. I mean, I'm being,
No, but
now if he takes the moped out there
and just rides up to it, hits somebody, gets on his moped and rides off, that would be legendary. Watch out for him. Watch out for Devin Bush. I think he's going to be really fun in these drills.
Devin Bush will be fun. The guy that I most want to see, though, in those drills, that's all we're talking about is linebackers, is Benny Snell. Because I need to see Benny Snell block.
Yeah, they do.
Because we can talk until we're blue in the face about, his highlights from Kentucky and this and that.
He can't protect
what
Ben
a
and
personality and whatever else. He's already been told, if you don't block, you don't play running back for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Nope.
It's as simple as that. Everyone understood that, star or otherwise, and even Le'Veon Bell. Nobody's been an exception to that. Le'Veon turned himself into a very good blocker, although he was a good one in college too.